¿Quién es ese?
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
Yes, my lord. Ascalon has a new recruit, as you ordered.
Wonderful news. I've waited for this outcome for so long. Tonight you served your country, the king himself, beyond all expectation.
Thank you, my lord.
No, thank you, Dr. Reed. Now, could you do me one last favor?
Of course. What is it?
Go outside and talk with that disgusting creature I saw waiting for you in front of this mansion.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll have a look.
Good. I didn't kill her on the spot, for she claims to be a friend of yours. But don't you dare bring such a creature near me again.
¿Quién hay afuera? Vale, vale. Es la Skull. Voy a darme un vuelto por aquí a ver qué veo.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What
¿Qué
kind
tipo
of
de
answers?
respuestas?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashby right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought for silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average scout, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Venga.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Muy bien. Será cabrón.
will return at a more convenient time. It's locked, all right.
Joder. Vamos.
It's locked.
Mierda. Ay, señor. Se peta esto. Era muy pedado. No. Esto va a su puta bola.
Elizabeth, I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
Indeed, she has. I'm glad you like her too.
Once this is all over, I will study the sewer scowls. I fear I have made terrible mistakes, founded upon erroneous preconceptions.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
Old Dawson is now my progeny, as per the schemes and desires of Ascalon.
Jonathan, what have you done? He was a beast when human. Didn't I warn you enough what a monstrous vampire he would be?
Indeed you did. And for your advice, you have my gratitude. But I'm part of Ascalon now. I swore an oath to king and country.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news, with the greatest haste.
Buah. Se ha enfadado. La verdad es que es un hijo de puta el pibe ese. Pero bueno, luego lo mato y ya está. No son horas de llamar a las casas. Vale. Bueno, ya que estoy, pues te mato. A ver. Bueno. Debería perdonar.
Watch yourselves!
What is this truck?
¿Sabes lo que voy a hacer? Me voy a cargar a estos dos.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Estáis muertos. Ton. Ton. Al hoyo.
Newton, don't be sorry. We'll meet again soon, and we will be serene and beautiful.
Vamos a ver qué tenemos.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
No, me acabo de cargar a tu novio.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see. Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
3000. Vas a morir. Tun, tun. Mira, te voy a dejar justo donde tu novio. Adiós.
Oswald, I'm sorry to leave you
No,
alone.
no te va a vengar. Lo siento.
Avenge me, my love.
Se ve grande. Pues muy bien, si la sufre. Mira tú qué miedo. A saber de dónde es esa llave. Oye, espera, voy a comprarle... ¿Dónde estás? Supongo que tendré pasta.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Tú verás.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Ah, vale, 80. ¿Qué te puedo vender? Pues esto por 20, que no lo uso. Esto también. Por aquí. Joder, macho, se quieto. Ya, ya te 50, vale. Tengo de sobra. Este, vender varios. Me va. Bueno, voy a recuperar estas las armas. Vale. No sé si mejorará.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
Puedo probar.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Vale. Tengo que ir por aquí sí o sí. Vamos a ver. Uy, qué chungo.
Ultraviolet curtains and Ori counting powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for it.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No! I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak!
Hijo de puta. Ay, que os ha jodido.
So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood The blood of a true defender of Britain, stronger than your evil powers.
Ah,
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough.
hostia, tiene.
Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Close your eyes! This is gonna...
Hostia puta, cómo pega la espada esa, ¿no? Uf,
I know! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect you. Show some style.
puta madre.
Come on, Reed.
Será cabrón.
Close your eyes. This is gonna hurt. Show some style.
A la mierda.
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
No
I
deja.
was only reborn for a few minutes before you and your men hunted me down like a beast.
You were only reborn for a few minutes, and you'd already taken the life of an innocent woman.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now, for there is no way you can sway me to your
Pues sí, te voy a matar.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
Ah, ¿qué dices? Te perdono, ¿eh? Ya no voy a sacrificar 1000 de experiencia antes que te den
I'll
por
offer
culo.
you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
Vale. Vale. Vamos a mejorar un poquito. Quiero mejorar esto, pero creo que era en serio. Ay, no me llega. Pues. Voy a mejorar esto. Va, entonces no me renta mejor a mí. No sé. Vale, la salud la tengo entera. Energía y salud. Vale, no me llega. Confirma. ¿Quién ha palmado? Ah, claro, es que han palmado, hay dos. Ya, voy a curar aquí a los médicos y esta gente. Vamos a ver. Oye, espera. Ah, creció la planta, ¿no?
It's alive. It's alive. And it needs a name. I shall call you Lisa.
Ahora, un Illusion Strange. Veamos. ¿Qué tenemos por ahí? Agotamiento ese.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
A ver, necesito 6.000 estas.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
A ver... Tu paruela.
It's locked.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Creo que no me da para curar el anemia este.
Good evening, Dr. Edward.
If you say so.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Vale.
I will see you later. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Pues de momento me voy a cargar a estos dos.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Evoluciona bien. Vente, que te voy a enseñar las radiografías. Sí, se van por aquí. Es que creo que he visto una cosita. A la mierda. Son 4 minutos.
I die before my son. I die before my son. No. He needs me so much. So much.
Tu madre te llama.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Mira, te voy a llevar con tu madre. Tontón, tontón. Mira, sí, está aquí. ¿La ves ahí? Está bien muerta, igual que tú.
feel the peace I was looking for. Mother, were you right all along? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you.
Hagamos un trato.
You have to sell. Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Obvio. Ah, si tengo pasta de sobra. Este pibe que me va a dar 4000.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Vente conmigo, que te voy a enseñar cositas. Vaya limpieza voy a hacer en el hospital. Es que los pacientes necesitan otro punto de vista médico. Sí, están aquí afuera. Hala.
I could have saved Mr. Fiddick if I had more time. I could have shown you all.
Llave del despacho de médicos. A ver. Anemia. Vale. Pues vale. Vamos a abrir casi.
It's locked, all right.
Joder, alguna llave.
It's locked, all right.
Cinceline. Nueva pista disponible. La franela no está. Vamos a con el de abajo. Es que yo creo que me los voy a cargar a todos. Ya tomo por culo. Por ver qué pasa. ¿Dónde coño estaba? Sí, lo he visto antes. Aquí.
Good evening, Doctor.
If you say so.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Ofrece
You are lucky
remedio.
that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Ah, no. Y a ti. Ah, no. Vas a tener suerte. Que tengo una pista bloqueada todavía tuya.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Ay.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse.
Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
A ver. 3000. Mira, me da pena. Hostia. Bueno, no. A tomar por culo. Hay un vampiro. Tengo que matar a todos. Y como tengo todas las pistas tuyas. Buah. A la mierda. Esto tiene que tener un final malo seguro, este juego. Es que estoy siendo un hijo de puta, de mucho cuidado.
I knew I should have fled this rotten city with Milton since the first day of the contagion.
Llave pequeña. Ya imagino. Ya a ver si es... A ver, aquí no. Aquí. La puerta está cerrada. Y aquí la gente no sospecha de que desaparece Peña.
It's locked. It's locked.
¿De dónde sería la llave esa? Vete a saber. A ver. Este pringao.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Sí, que te haya curado.
Assistance yourself, Doctor.
Yes, indeed. But don't worry, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
I have no doubt about it, but you are still ill all the same. Please, take this medicine.
I appreciate your concern, Dr. Reed. To be honest, I just did not take the time to diagnose myself.
A ver cómo va la cosa. Vale, me faltan pistas. Así que tú sobrevives. Y vas a tener más trabajo que nadie. Claro, es que este no lo puedo matar.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. And thanks, anyway.
Goodbye, Milton.
A ver... Ya es 2000. A ver... Esta... Ah, claro. ¿Y dónde me escondo para investigar las escenas de estos? Qué sospechoso. Este roba o hace algo. Seguro. ¿Y cómo llego ahí? A ver. Ahí no tengo ni idea, chacho. Joder, ya no llego a que no. Pues ande que te den por culo. Tú.
Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Pero ahí en verdad llevas razón.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Vale. Tengo 13.000 de experiencia que obviamente voy a usar para mejorar a mí. Se mata a medio hospital. Vamos a ver. Habilidades. Vamos a subir esta a tope. Full. Esta. Daño. Vale, no me da. Las garras. Tampoco me da. Esta sí. Ah, qué putadón. Variedad de la sangre, venga. Vale, puede estar bien. Confirmar. A la noche siguiente. Mapa. Vamos al teatro. Bueno. Joder, es tan cabrón. Ostras, que no veo una mierda. Vale, no puedo ir por aquí porque si no voy a la misión principal y no me interesa. La verdad. Ir por aquí. Pájaros, tengo que ir al teatro. Vale. Joder, no me duréis ni 2 siestas. En serio no me ha visto. Eres un parguela de mucho cuidado, Vamos para adentro.
So Priwen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Cabrón. Hijo de puta.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
A ver. ¿En serio? Hostia.
It's locked. It's locked. Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Vale.
See them fancy? He's dead! Die, vermin! Don't forget to check every door.
Remember your vows, friends.
It's too quiet. I don't want...
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Open! Remember your vows, friends! It's too quiet. I don't like it.
This is despicable.
Remember your vows, friends.
Fear no evil.
We will prevail.
It's locked. I should find the key to that box.
There's one of those! Watch yourselves!
I can now open the box. Don't know if I should read this.
Vamos a seguir la misión. Ahí va. Está hecho polvo el Edgar este.
Jonathan, is it really you?
Sí, soy yo.
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late.
Pues te devoro.
Punctured lung, broken ribs, internal bleeding. Inaccurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skull epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes. They tortured me to make me confess the same.
Te creo, venga.
I trust you, Edgar. But the Guard of Prewin is onto something.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Pues tapeo.
Why would the Guard of Prewin believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter at my hospital.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is the Guard of Prewin so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Prewin in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Vale.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
En esta habitación que hemos estado ahora.
Perfecto.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss
Pues el hijo puta.
once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
Pues sí, tengo una...
Deceivers. But at least I know I'm a monster.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Deja ver el derecho a su merece. Dejar morir, reciba su merecido. Haré que su muerte sea rápida. Sentenciar. Que seguro que me da experiencia.
Yes, your death is imminent, Dr. Swansea. But I swear it will be quick.
I already told you
Ya no
to call me Edgar. Am I no longer your friend?
A ver, enséñame esa jugular.
You have lied to me at every step and betrayed the trust of a woman I cherish.
You and the lady? Really? Well, I should have seen it coming, I suppose. May I add that I welcome this? The biting, I mean.
You have your wish.
Is it going to hurt? I always wondered if you...
Sí te va a doler. Y no poco. Ahora, vámonos de esta mierda de sitio. Swansea moribundo. Vale. A ver. Detalles. Vamos a devolver el cuaderno. Vaya tela. Con el director del hospital.
Return to more convenient time. So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Ay, campeón. Vamos.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
800. Bah, ya que estoy aquí, ¿qué cojones? Si esta es mala persona. Se aprovecha de los inmigrantes. Vamos.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret was that no one will mourn me. For I have never been loved.
Mine! I'll take it.
Again. Good evening, Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
Have you any news concerning Aloysius Dawson?
The cards told me the old man finally got himself an extension. I hope you made the right choice, Jonathan.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. A strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Do you require medical attention?
If you don't mind.
You'll feel better after taking this.
Thank you very much. I feel better already.
I found your notebook. The one the Guard of Priwen stole from you.
And you've brought it back to me. That's excellent news, Jonathan. Were you able to keep yourself from reading it?
Yes. I give it back to you untouched.
Then, my friend, you deserve a little something to reward your fortitude. Please, have this, with my gratitude.
What's in the notebook?
I can't answer you, Jonathan, since you chose not to open it.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
Raíces sangrientas. Y aquí... el mejor arma del juego. ¿Qué es esta, no? Aquí que me pongo. La estaca esta. Aquí. El hacha este. Vamos. No te creas que hace tanto, Bueno, pues vale. Ah, claro, joder. Podría haber dormido. Ya si me encuentro más por el camino. Vamos a ver. Esta. No tengo. me curo más. Puede valer. Mala suerte. Han desaparecido. A ver qué tal va la... Bueno, no va mal. Y a ver con los engendros. Buah, 700. Es que me voy a quedar a todos los ciudadanos que hay por aquí. ¡Hijo de puta! Voy a matar a esos también. Distrito hostil. Pues muy bien. Hostia. Que ahora hay malos por aquí. Buah. Qué brutal. Vamos, que aquí ya no queda ni el tato. A lo mejor el pibe que vive aquí. Y tampoco. Joder, me los tenía que haber ventilado. ¿Y esta gente entonces? Oh, están muertos todos. Joder, qué cagada entonces, ¿no? El hospital también muertos. Pues... voy a ir a los muelles a ventilarme los que hay por ahí.
It's locked, all right.
Estate quieto, hijo de puta. Adiós. Este es enorme, ¿no?
I have this thirst for blood.
Hijo de puta. Joder. Qué cagada, chacho. No tenía. Joder. Qué hijo de puta. Vale, vale. Bueno.
I cannot enter.
Joder, se ha quedado pillado. Vale, sí.